you have to start with something and give people a chance, don't you think? Give people the benefit of the doubt.
There's flirting conversations, but we're talking about work.
But people are too afraid
when
at
it's
work
a professional
now.
situation,
But people are too afraid at work to be their authentic
But that's what the office Christmas party's there for.
Well, joining us now is broadcaster and DJ Neevk Spencer, who says sending kisses is totally unprofessional, and comedian Sadia Asmat, who says kisses are cool and should be encouraged. What am I doing so wrong, Neevk?
I mean, the thing is, you've got to think about the context here. If you're working with someone...
Yeah.
OK, if there's someone of the same sex and they're a friend, fine, put a kiss, put 2 kisses. But if it's someone in a position of authority, it's just weird. Putting 2 kisses is really bizarre. 3 means it's on.
That's it?
Yes!
I've sent 3 kisses a lot and it's never been on.
Were you sending kisses in an attempt to try and encourage some sort of liaison, or was it simply just because you are quite an affectionate person, Sadia, and you just that's just how you sign things?
Either or.
So you liberally sprinkle your kisses, your exits, on your messages and your emails. Do you mean that? I mean, you always have fun with us, but do you mean it romantically, or do you do it just out of a friendly way?
Yeah, sometimes it's autopilot, sometimes it's trying to be friendly, sometimes it's, it's just... sometimes I don't even mean it, I just put it.
So would you be... So with your correspondence, whatever it is it always formal like that?
I mean, no, but it depends on who it's for. It depends on who it's for. So, for example, if it's in a professional sense where someone's either booking me for a gig or it's someone talking to me about work, it's so inappropriate to put a kiss. I mean, it's just not the place for it.
If you're a DJ, you work in the entertainment industry. We're all kissing and hugging each other all the time.
Where did you meet your partner, out of interest?
I mean, we won't talk about that now. My parents are watching and they know a completely different story. I've got Indian parents. We're not going to go there. But the thing is, I think everyone needs to be a little bit more responsible with the way that they end an email. It should be best wishes, kind wishes, warm wishes, yours sincerely. The kisses, just save them. Save them for someone who you want to to be suggestive with.
No, what does that mean?
I mean, we're British, come on.
No, we don't. No. It's fake. Let's not be fake. And why enforce fun? If some people feel relaxed, we shouldn't have to just have fun Fridays. You could just feel fun on a Monday if you want.
Yeah, but you have to be really careful. I mean, the thing is, if you're going to put 2 kisses at the end of an email and it's a work email, that is suggestive. I have wasted a lot of time looking at this evidence with friends and going, what does he mean he's put 2 kisses or 3? Now, Ben, you said earlier that you put kisses on all your emails. I mean, you're just giving everyone such hope, and it seems really unfair.
But I feel like if you're sharing a little bit of hope, is that a bad thing? I mean, there's nothing in it from my perspective, but if it's a bit more affectionate... My brother... his emails always end kind regards, and I get so angry because I know that that's just the format at the end of his email.
Right,
and he hasn't I mean, and admittedly he's my brother, but I know it's not personal enough. And most of my correspondence, and I work in a very different industry, but most of my correspondence tends to be in a more personal way. I want people to feel that the email or the correspondence comes from me has been authentically from me.
And you want to seal it with a kiss. But would you kiss that person in real life?
I don't think, but I'm not sure. But the thing is, I think, Neevk, I don't see that X as a kiss. I see it as a formal, a form of sort of response and sort of say,
kind of like a nice warm sentiment.
Like a high five.
I think we should. Well, then we need to find a high five emoji for it, because a kiss is a kiss in my book.
As long as it doesn't say, "Can we start an affair?" I don't see a problem.
Sadia, is there any sort of sign-off, and please be careful, the fact we're on breakfast television, that has offended you?
No.
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 You've
got quite a low bar, though.
I'm very low. What's a bar? I don't know what's a bar. No, I mean... I think you know when someone's trying it on, and the thing is, like, I trust men enough to know that if they're not interested, they'll let you know. It's not like we're going into some kind of...
That's a huge mistake, first of all. The fact that you trust, that's a huge mistake.
But you have to start with something and give people a chance, don't you think? Give people the benefit of the doubt.
There's flirting conversations, but we're talking about work.
But people are too afraid
when
at
it's
work
a professional situation...
But people are too afraid at work to be their authentic
But that's what the office Christmas party's there for.
No, that's once
your
a year.
moment,
You spend so long at work, you have to be able able to be comfortable and be yourself.
2 kisses is wrong, 3 is ridiculous.
Julie on Twitter said, I sent my son's school an email about a ski trip, and at the end of the email I wrote, lots of love, Julie. I've never lived it down. She's a West Ham fan, though. She does finish with Up the Hammers. And then another school email. Lizzie says, I sent an X or a kiss on an email to the head teacher at my daughter's school. I'm not used to doing it. I then had to email back saying, I'm so sorry, please ignore the kiss that I put at the end of the email.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely. Well done. Well done for retracting the kiss.
Has she tied herself and not made it worse?
Don't retract love. That's awkward now, forever.
No. You have to retract a kiss that is an inappropriate kiss.
It's not a kiss. It's just an X.
It's a kiss.
It's not a kiss.
We're going to argue about this. It's a kiss.
God.
But what's wrong with kisses?
It's weird.
I like them all over...
All over your body? Wow.
Right, we have got inappropriate now. I'm going to have to list your apology to everyone I've ever texted or emailed. If you've ever got one from me, I always put a letter at the end,
I want them from you, Kate. I want your kisses.
She's got loads, trust me. Andy says, it depends on the colleague and your relationship with them. A kiss at the end of the message doesn't have to have a sinister meaning. Victoria says, I do it all the time. Force of habit, writing a message. She signs off with a couple of kisses. Thank you, Victoria.
I wonder if what the problem is we're in a new era of communication, and old guards like me are trying to catch up with a new language. Is that part of the problem?
No, I think you know. I think you know enough, like yourself. I don't think there's a generational element here. Feel free to express yourself.
I think if you're being friendly and you know everyone within your work environment and it's you, fine. But when we're talking about sending a professional email or a professional message, if someone comes to my house and does some work in my home and they text me and they put a kiss on the end, I know what the agenda was for why they were in my house.
But maybe they'll do a better job if you give them a kiss back.
Caroline on Twitter says, I hate it when workmen or odd job men send messages with kisses. After saying when they'll be able to do a job for me, it makes me cancel them immediately. Dr. Jennifer says, yeah, that's what Caroline says.
Yes.
Dr. Jennifer says, is it inappropriate? Yes. Is it harassment? No.
Of course.
Now, the case that went to court, which was thrown out in the end, was all about this person feeling like she was being harassed by her boss. Do you ever feel, Neevk, that it gets to the point where you are being harassed by somebody? Would you ever say to someone, please don't correspond with me with that sort of gesture or that sort of...
I mean, I probably wouldn't, but I think in that case, I mean, I'm so surprised by that because the fact that it was her boss and her boss was signing off with 2 kisses, and I don't blame her for feeling that was inappropriate. It absolutely is. I just wouldn't respond.
He didn't sign off. He was saying, I need these files, XX. He was talking about the files that he needed. It wasn't kisses. She got it wrong.
She was reading it as...
She was getting harassed.
She was reading it as she was
Well, I mean, that was the point. I mean, the judge said she was skewering those moments to
so having too much of this, like, you know, tension around it makes people feel a bit, like, on edge. And then that's what it makes things uncomfortable because then you can't have these conversations when you kind of could nip something in the bud a little bit earlier and save everybody a bit of embarrassment.
I still think there is a line, there is a boundary, and you shouldn't cross it. A kiss at the end of an email or a message, it's a flirtatious suggestion.
Head what it means, because it's in people's head how they want to
We've been asking you guys on Twitter, is it appropriate to send kisses on a work email? Everyone's quite divided on this.
Yeah.
52% say yes, 48% say no.
If I had a business, I'd make them send me kisses.
The 50%, obviously the one that do it.
That might be harassment. That's the problem if you're making them do it.
Right, thank you both of us.
Thank you, Sadia.
Kiss, kiss, all. I'm just going to leave it on that.
In an appropriate way.
In an appropriate way and from a distance.